81st birthday on the 27th of February, statistical purposes. What's the significance of that is, of course, first of all, I look at life through the baseball metaphor, and I've done a lot. There's copies of this available, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you can see that for a high school dropout, I didn't do too bad. But that doesn't mean I dropped out of school. I didn't stop reading, I didn't start studying. I simply was able to read what I wanted, use my energies, do what I wanted. I had the independence of always being self-employed. And I think that's the segue into what this conference is all about, on self-employed artists. I think the way I look at it is, I am the business person trying to tell the artists that there's really a lot of stuff in here that's right down your alley. Our tradition says you always got to be starving, you always got to be suspicious and stuff like that. That's the way it is in business too. But I think that as I've advanced in my own development of this chart, I coined the word entrepreneurship, because, you know, institution. There's children here, I can't use some of the words. Notice you can raise that joke, because you can see the words that I use to describe what's involved in self-employment and the success of self-employment. Those are all good words, but I don't think they really define, you know, one person's imagination is another one's boredom. So you really, one size doesn't fit all. So now I've advanced further, and I have developed this poster, which is available, and these are no cost to you. But it's added the isms. So the next word I've coined is, and I don't have a slide for this, but the poster's here. And what I've done is I've created the word entrepreneurism, because there's all the isms. And in the entrepreneurism, the ISM stands for intimacy, sensuality, and mystery. And I think because of H has its privileges, that I think that's, before the business plan, you want to have those three areas identified, and you have to be doing your search for success through those. There's really no sense writing a business plan about a business that you're going to do that you don't like, or just to do a business plan because it should be done. I think one of my problems with education, formal education, they were always giving me homework I didn't like to do. They were never asking me to do a paper on baseball or football or whatever. And kids that liked grammar and geography and stuff like that, they were home free because they were writing about what they liked. But I don't know what to write about. I could go see that stuff if I want to see it. But what do I care about what order the presidents came in? So I want to find that out on the website or something like that. So, you know, you get into these academic discussions today of core knowledge, which they're spending, if you read what's going on in the editorial pages, core knowledge, and what should core knowledge be, and experiential education, what should that be? And I think that now you have perception education, which to me is very valid, but because not many facts are used anymore. And so my whole purpose here is to try and be more factual and related to what artists or people in the fine arts should be doing. So when I talk about these sort of things, I've created this collage of things that sort of describes my life and some of the views of the isms of entrepreneurship. Now, in connection with that, as a corporate executive, and I had CPA firms, and I started a lot of businesses for clients, and met a lot of businesses with clients. And then I sold that at age 80 because it was an energy burning business, and I took over a chocolate company of all things. Talk about jumping into something, going from accounting to chocolate. I really loved accounting, and I still love accounting. I still love my own accounting. But I equally, as you can see, like chocolates too. Of course, dark chocolates with all the antioxidants is right down my alley. So here I am, 81 years old, and healthy and wealthy and wise, I think. But during my career, my art genes were always there, because if I was interested, for instance, in chocolate, then these are sort of a brochure on chocolate art. And I'll just pass this around for people to look at. And there's interesting things. There's chocolate sculptures in there. There's chocolate paintings in there. There's artificial chocolate pieces that we used in the candy shop, because Fannie Mae Candies was famous for their non-preservative classification in the chocolate, so that they would melt at 70 degrees. So we had artists that own toys, we taught them how to make artificial pieces. So you see artificial chocolate pretzels and coconut butter, for those that know that white chocolate is really coconut butter, and chocolate covered toffee, for instance. You could manufacture those and they wouldn't melt. However, that doesn't mean that people still thought they couldn't be eaten. So every once in a while on some of our displays, people would actually, even though they're glued to this display or the bottom of the box, they would work and pull them off and pop them in their mouth. And we had a project with the University of Illinois, where the students in the Jerry Hills, who was here, not here, he used to, because they were right across the interstate from us, he would send students, and he himself would come over. And we always had chocolates out on trays throughout the kitchen. And he'd want to know if he could take them back to his night classes, because they really went well. So we said, fine. So we were experimenting with artificial pretzels, and there was a whole bunch of them in one of the offices of our store manager. So he helped himself to them and took them back to class. And when I came back from lunch the next day, I heard the secretary on the phone trying to explain that he called and said something about there's something wrong with those pretzels. They weren't edible. But the thing was that I think he took 50 to class, and we said, well, bring them back. But only about 45 came back, which was kind of scary, because he took 5 of those kids, ate those pretzels. And of course, some came back already gummed, toothless. So I think that's the, if you're so good at your artwork, why it's a success, there's some other problems.